What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Bear NecessiTCG, and today Lorcana is finally in. So before we get to the box opening, I'd like to thank my 86 subscribers, and this video is sponsored by Heineken Zero Alcohol Beverage. It's actually not. I wish it was, but I stopped drinking. It's not my favorite non-alcoholic beer, but it hits the spot. It was at Target. It was the only one. That's what we're going with. So let's get into it. I've been waiting for this for a while. This is actually one of the reasons I started this channel. You know, I was looking for a new card game to play, and this just happened to pop up, and I was like, you know what? Let me make some videos about this. Let me talk about it. But I didn't, mostly because everything was speculation. As far as the cards, people were talking about strategies and things. I did print out some proxy cards, but all the cards weren't there, so I kept losing. And I was trying to figure out, how do I make a deck that will actually win? But when you're missing so many cards from the set, there's no point. Everyone's talking about how broken it is, how, certain cards are. It's too soon. There's no point. People should not be making videos on this so soon. So one thing I'm noticing right off the bat, because these are the first cards that I'm seeing or touching, it has a nice little logo. Everything's dark. Black borders and, black with some colorful swirls right there. And I'm into it. I like it. It fits with the lore that they're going with, that it's heavily reliant on ink, for example. I don't want to get too into the gameplay or the lore or anything. That's I can save that for another video, because I think I'm going to be... I don't know what this is. Original concept. Let me read this real quick. Companion app, so you can help. I do like when they have that. That is pretty nice. Hopefully they have a version of the game like Pokemon Live. That'd be great, because not everyone has a shop that they can play at. So something I didn't consider when it comes to this game too. Will there be alternate arts? Will there be, hollow everything as far as common, uncommon, all this? And it looks like there is. I really stopped doing my research. I was trying to build decks around it and do things, but it was too soon. Now I'm ready. I'm ready to start playing the game again, seeing what the good cards are. Got a Mickey Mouse and a Hades. So one thing that I probably should have pointed out, that I just figured out recently, is the rarity. Which I forgot the rarity, because I know that the gold stamp right there, I'm not sure if that's legendary, but that is a hit. Where are my stands? All right, we got the hit stand. That's not a hit. That's just a regular foil common. I put them in sleeves anyways, just so they don't get scratched up when I go to sell them. So what I also want to address is haters. I don't know why everyone's hating on this. People are like, no one plays this game. Why are you going to buy it? This game's worthless. It just came out today. And it's not even that it came out today for the masses. These aren't at Target yet or Walmart. That's going to come later. These are in the hands of everyone that pre-ordered. People are trying to flip it. I could have sold this box around $300. That's ridiculous. I didn't pre-order it for $300. That's... I don't know why people are doing that. Actually, in all honesty, I know why people are doing that. People are doing that because they can. They know if they pre-order everything at a low rate, whether this is $110, they could turn around and sell it for $3. They don't care about the game. But other people are hating on the look of the cards. And I don't know why. I guess maybe the black border is throwing people off because it just looks really dark. And that could be what's happening. But I don't know if that's the case. And it looks like these, let me pull these out. These, let's call them extra cards. These, QR codes to play the game. It looks like it's going to create a big picture of Mickey. So these are good to hold on to for any collector. But before I get to that pack, I wanted to show the difference in, let's say, a regular, I don't know, I think this is a common card, and all the other games. So we look at Flesh and Blood. So that's the design we got there. Pokemon, One Piece, and Lorcana. I see nothing different that would be like, oh, this looks like trash. They all, I shouldn't say they all look like trash. They all just look like standard cards. I don't see anything that would make me think that Lorcana's cards look worse. So people just hating to hate. No one's out here trying to destroy your game. If your game's Magic isn't getting, destroyed by Lorcana. Pokemon's not getting overtaken. Who cares? It's not even a conversation that anyone interested in this game is having. That's just something that all the elitist Pokemon collectors are just saying. Same with Magic. They're like, oh yeah, there's no staying power, this, that, whatever. Actually, I believe the all white, now that I'm looking at it, is going to be common. No research. I did no research because I just wanted to get this video out. I was excited. I almost just didn't make a video just because I wanted them open and start making decks and everything. One thing I do regret, though, is not getting any of the starter decks. I looked at them. They were available for pre-order, and they weren't even that much more expensive. I think they were just MSRP, and I was like, you know what? I don't need those. If they're not coming with any special cards, I don't need them. So that's the only reason I got this gift set in the back, is because it comes with some of the jumbo cards. I think they just call them oversized cards. Only reason I got it, because there's no need for, if I'm buying booster boxes, there's no need for me to get the Lumineers Trove when all it is 8 extra packs and some sleeves and stuff. Those will be on sale anyways. This bastard right here. I remember when I was playing in proxies, I kept losing to this because I didn't have anything to handle evasive. And so it just kept questing for one. And that's really the turning point where I was like, okay, look, I'm not going to play this game anymore until all the cards are out. Because I'm sure now all the colors have some way of dealing with that. It may not be directly, but there's a way where you're just not getting stomped on by an evasive 1 ink cost creature. Oh, creature. I'm going to have to learn the actual the terminology, though. I'm not sure. Glimmers? No, I don't want to say anything until I actually know what I'm talking about. So don't listen to me. Don't listen to me on what these are worth, the gameplay yet. This is just a kind of show of what you get. You get the, 20 packs, I believe, and then 12 cards per pack. Is it? Wait, hold on. I'm spreading lies again. How many are in here? I swear it said on the box somewhere, and you get cards. I mean, you're looking at this video. You probably already... Oh, I don't like the glare on that. You already know. You get cards. So... Another thing that doesn't make sense to me, and maybe it's just people hating on Disney. That seems to be mostly what's going on here. Just some Disney haters. But I would say out of all the card game IPs, I think Disney, it has the wider appeal. There's people of all ages that like Disney. Your grandparents grew up with some form of Disney. And I think that's going to be the big difference. And people are like, well, what about the tournament play? They're going to have a huge prize, prize payout and worlds and this and all that stuff. But why? Why does it have to be that? Why can't it just be a card game that people enjoy and they play at home? Why does it have to make millions and millions of dollars and overtake things and be unavailable and cards selling for thousands of dollars? There's no need for that. No one's even asking for that. And I'm trying to find a alternate art. I haven't pulled one yet. I didn't know they were going to be in there, and I have mixed feelings about that. I like it in a collector sense, and I hate it in the fact that now those alt arts are going to be so much money. I think the Bell alt art is going to be... I'm not going to. I think it is. I think it's around $300 right now. Ridiculous. Game hasn't even started yet. But I'm on the fence of, do I want to collect these? And what I mean by collect is, do I want to collect every single card? Do I want to collect a certain character from a movie? I don't really know. I do know that I want to make a deck based around Tangled because that's my favorite Disney movie. So I really want some Flynn Riders and some Rapunzels. The other thing I really think we all need to push. We all need to push that they make a card called Jercules. I don't know if you remember in Hercules, but when he knocked everything over and that guy was like, "Nice job, Jercules." Hilarious. They really need to have that in here. As far as the IPs that it has, there's a lot of things that Disney can do here. And a lot of good things. And possibly a lot of bad things. I worry about them... I probably should... I'll sleeve these up later, but that's more on the rare side. I'm more worried that they're going to start putting things like Marvel in here. And Star Wars. And all those other random live action things. Because it does not fit. But it could in a way. As long as they're illustrations and not live action or 3D. As long as they keep it to that kind of traditional Disney drawn look. I'm pretty sure they can get away with having Marvel on here. Which could make it fun. Other things that people are worried about that I'm not is, you're going to run out of things. There's only so many times you can have, let's say, Mother Gothel, because that comes from Tangled. There's only one of these you can have, so you're going to run out of things to do. And that's not true, because how the game's lore is these cards, the ones you're seeing, aren't always the ones from the movie. And what I mean by that is think of it more like you're drawing new versions of it. And that's why you're what they call an Illumineer. You're drawing different versions. Like what if Iago was good? What if Iago had the Iron Man suit? What if Iago was, and include whatever you want? What if it's a Halloween theme and Iago has like a jack-o'-lantern on his head? And these are the things that you can do with this. So you'll never run out of ideas. You really won't. You can have a whole set based around, that glare. Let's say fantasy. So you can start putting some of these characters that weren't around and put them in a fantasy setting. Like Lilo and Stitch, for example. What would it be like if they were riding dinosaurs? So many possibilities. And another thing I was looking, and I'm getting all these on the comments and Reddits from what people are saying. It's ridiculous as far as, Oh, a Lumineer, that's what they call you, and you're drawing and inking things, and this and that. I mean, if I was to describe Pokemon, it would sound just as lame, just as bad. So let's not talk about that. Even Magic the Gathering sounds awful when you describe what's actually going on. So we shouldn't use that as an excuse to tear this down. Not only that, it's universal, and I really like that. As far as you know, everyone loves Disney. I don't care if you hate it. There's some IP of Disney that you like. You can hate the company, but what I like about it in general too is if you hate the company, that's fine. But Disney is not making these cards. Disney is just licensing out their characters to was it Ravensburger or Ravenburger to produce the game. So support them. You know, I know Disney takes their cut, but don't worry about it too much. Other thing that I'm worried about in this game, though, is, one of the legit things that I'm worried about. Pause for effect. Is the use of songs as an equivalent of, like, let's say spells. Because there's only so many songs you can draw from. I mean, at this point, so we have Let It Go from Frozen. At this point, you can make some action cards based on the lyrics of it, but you're going to run out of songs before, before long. Oh, man. Okay. The hits pile is becoming weird. I'm just sleeving up anything that's, hollow. But that doesn't mean that that's the end of the world. They can always come up with other card types that aren't songs. But I'm curious to see what everyone else thinks. Do you agree with what I'm saying, or do you think this game's just going to fizzle out and die? Are you hoping that it fizzles out and dies, or do you just not care? Would you be happy to have another card game to play on the market? I know when it comes to gameplay, for example, I've played this in a smaller, restrained, I was using proxy cards. But if I was to go gameplay, I would say this is pretty simple. And I think the better gameplay would be One Piece right now. Pokemon does not have great gameplay to me. It's a little too competitive right now because of how the cards are. Like sometimes people are winning on turn 2, using battle passes to throw all these cards out immediately. Lorcana right now, from what I saw, again, haven't seen all the cards yet, seems more of a slower paced one where you could play at home with your family or friends and not get too worried about this competitive, I have to win on turn 1. And I like that about it. There's a space for that. There is a need for games like that. We have 3 packs. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to pull an alt art, but it's okay. It's all right. The more depressing part is that it's going to be sold out for quite a bit until it starts getting into Target, and then Target at Walmart, people are going to ransack that quick. So it's going to be a while before I'm constantly getting these, these boosters in. I don't really have any interest in the pre-construct decks or the Lumineers Trove. If I bought them, it would probably be just to sell so I can get more booster boxes. And I'm kind of like kicking myself because I probably should have got more of these. I really should have just pre-ordered maybe like 3 because the markup on it was only $10 over MSRP. I mean, it's not even that bad. I am so confused on the rarity. I tried to explain it as far as I knew, but because I thought this was rare, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'll open this last one and we'll talk about it in a second. 86 subscribers, upper right. That's a live feed. Waiting for that to go to 87 while making a video. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's my goal. That's my next goal. Just to see that tick up one while making a video. Last pack. Can we get an alt art? And no, we can't. It's okay. So, again, confusion. These are all the shiny cards that I got. And if we look at the rarity, so we got two triangles here. We got a gold one right there. And I think these are common or uncommon and common. I don't know. I really have no idea. That's fine. I'll go look it up later and figure out the value of these. I'm probably going to sell them because why not? I'm going to throw everything up for sale. And the only reason for that is, you know, eventually the hype will go away and you'll be able to find these things. So if people are willing to buy them at a markup of, 10 times what they're worth, trust me, give it some time. These cards will go down. So if I was you, I wouldn't buy the singles yet. And I wouldn't buy anything crazy over MSRP. If you really want it, $10 over, sure. That's fine, if you can find it. If you can't, wait. Let's see. Last thing is we got a lot of these. Can we piece this together? Oh, and I'm in Vegas right now, and it's storming hard. Apparently that there's a hurricane coming to like California, and it's going to pass by Vegas. The world is coming to an end. I really am fearing that the camera's going to cut off. Like, I'm going to lose power. Like, I'm really worried about that. Okay, so there we are. These are all the same. One thing that I wish that they did, I really wish that they would have had different illustrations to put together, because all of these are still Mickey, brave little Taylor. But as far as polls go, I don't think I did that great. No alt arts, nothing crazy that from what I saw, but it's okay. I'm still going to list them. I had fun opening this. I had not enough of my non-alcoholic beer while filming. I keep drinking this and thinking that it's eventually going to get me drunk. But I've trained my mind to just be okay with it. I just keep drinking and drinking and drinking, and the alcohol never hits me. It's not there. But my mind still craves it, and that's okay. But thanks for hanging out with me, and I will catch everyone next time. And next time, I will have less openings and more to talk about Lorcana as far as the gameplay and collecting and investing, I guess. I don't like investing. But thanks again.